explanation. So generally the choice of scales is not as simple as given in the example above. We may have to choose two different scales to represent a desired quantity on the x and y axis. Let us try to understand this process with an example. Now, as we have studied earlier in the last video, that we have taken uniform scales. Okay, that is for x axis we have taken time, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 minute. For y axis we have taken distance, that is 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. So both are equal scales. Okay, that is for 1 minute the car has traveled 1 kilometer. So it is very uniform. But sometimes we need to choose two different scales also. Okay. Let us again consider the motion of the bus that took Paheli and her friends to the picnic. The distance covered and the time taken are shown in the table given earlier. So this was the table. Okay. So here this is the time taken and this is the distance traveled. Okay. So between 8:30 and 8 the difference is 30 minutes. So here the difference is 20 kilometers. That is for 30 minutes the car is traveling 20 kilometers. That is between 8:30 to 8 it is 30 minutes. 9 to 8:30 the difference is 30 minutes. 9:39 the difference is 30 minutes, that way. So here for every interval the distance is 20 kilometers. Okay, like in the previous you had 1 minute and here 1 kilometer. So both are same, both the values were same. But here for 30 minutes you are traveling 20 kilometers. So in both the scales the values are different. Okay. The total distance covered by the bus is 80 kilometers, isn't it? So this is 80 kilometers is the total distance that is covered by the bus. Okay. So if we decide to choose a scale 1 kilometer equal to 1 centimeter, then will it be possible? Because you have to draw a line of length 80 centimeter. Just imagine your graph paper will not even fit. Okay, 1 centimeter you are drawing and that way you have to draw 80 points. Okay, if you take 1 kilometer equal to 1 centimeter, you have to draw 80 points on the graph paper. Okay, so is it possible to draw on a sheet of paper? No. On the other hand, a scale of 10 kilometer equal to 1 centimeter would be very easy because you have to draw the axis of length only 8 centimeter. So what you can take, here you have 20 kilometers difference. So you can take 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometers. That is 1 point you are marking, suppose 0. Next point will be 10. Next point will be 20, 30, 40, 50, that way. Don't mark as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because if you mark as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the graph, then what would happen? You have to draw a line 80 kilometer long. Okay, if you are marking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So don't mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can mark 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that way. So then you have to mark only 8 points, isn't it? Because if you mark 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So only 8 points you have to mark. Okay. But if you mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have to mark 80 points. Are you understanding my logic? Okay. So don't do it that way. Okay. Otherwise it will not fit on the paper. However, the graph may cover only a small part of the graph paper. Some of the points to be kept in mind are what? Let us see. Now this is the graph you see here. This is the time taken. So, how the distance is marked, can you say? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So, here your graph is over. But if you mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have to mark till 80. Then your graph will not even fit, it will go up. Okay, so don't do it that way. So, here also it is marked very nicely, 8, then you have 8:30, then 9, 9:30, 10. So, that way it is taken. So, it is very easy to plot the points. Okay. So you have to keep in mind few points, that is you have to know the difference between the highest and the lowest values of each quantity. That means you have to know, you have to see the table, okay, like this table you have to see and you have to see the difference. 80 and 0, what is the difference between the highest and the lowest quantity? So 80 and 0, the difference is 80. So you have to know, okay, then accordingly you can choose how to mark the points. The intermediate value of each quantity, so that with the scale chosen it is convenient to mark the values on the graph. Intermediate means the between values, that is what is the difference between each quantity. 80 and 60 difference is 20, 60 and 40 it is 20, 40 and 20 it is 20. So the intermediate difference also you have to see, so that it is easy for you to mark the points on the graph. Okay. To utilize the maximum part of the paper on which the graph is to be drawn. Okay, you have to be very careful that you utilize the maximum part of the paper. Don't just, draw the graph very small, or don't make it very big. Okay, you have to utilize the graph paper, and your graph have to be of the correct size. Suppose that we have a graph paper of size 25 centimeter. Okay, one of the scales which meets the above conditions can accommodate the data. You can take 5 kilometer equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, so accordingly, that means how you draw the graph, accordingly you have to mark the points. So in the exam, to draw the graph, it is not going to come. Okay, no question will come that you draw the graph and that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. So if any question comes that way, I will give you in the question answer part. So you don't have to worry. Okay. So distance time graph provide a variety of information about the motion when compared to the data presented by the table, isn't it? So easily you can tell the motion of the car, okay, by looking at the data. On the other hand, from the distance time graph, we can find the distance moved by the bus at any instant of time. Suppose we want to know how much the bus has traveled at 8:15 a.m. Okay, so how you will mark? So you see here, I'll show you. Okay, so now suppose this difference is 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30. So you want to know what distance the graph has traveled at 8:15. Okay, so this is 8, this is 8:30, 8:15, this is the point. Okay, so between 8 and 8:30, isn't it? The middle point will be 8:15. So what you do, you just draw a line till the graph, and then you draw a line which marks the point corresponding to this point. So at 8 a.m. the car has traveled 0 kilometer. At 8:30 we know the car has traveled 20. We have already marked this point. So 8:15, how you will find out the middle point? So middle point corresponds to what point here? 10 kilometers. Okay. So for that, what you have to do, you have to draw a line like this, and you have to draw a line like this. So this point, AT and AB. So this lines you have to draw, and the corresponding point is 10 kilometers. So the distance traveled is 10 kilometer. Okay. Next, we draw a line perpendicular to the x-axis as the point A, like I have shown you. We mark the point T on the graph, which represents which this perpendicular line intersects it. Next, we draw a line through the point T parallel to the x-axis. This intersects the y-axis at point B. So the distance corresponding to the point B on the y-axis OB gives us the distance in kilometer traveled by the bus at 8:15. Okay. So that means this one, OB will give you the distance. This is the 10 kilometer. That is very simple. Just take the middle point here. Here 8 is marked, 8:30 is marked. Middle point will be 8:15. Just take this point, draw a line perpendicular AT, and another line you draw from T, which is corresponding to, this point T. So it will be TB. Okay, so this point here is 10 kilometer. Very simple. Suppose you have to find out for 9:15. How you will find out? 9, the car has traveled 40 kilometer. 9:30, it has traveled 60 kilometer. So 9:15 will be, you draw a line like this here, and you draw a line perpendicular here. So it will be 50 kilometer. Okay, very simple. So in 9 it has traveled 40, and 9:30 if it has traveled 60, between 40 and 60 is what? 50. So 9:15 it will travel 50 kilometer. Very simple. Okay, so you can easily find out. Okay, is it clear? So this is how you find out. So this was all that I had to explain. I hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubts, you can clarify with me. Thank you all of you, and have a nice day.